is an image of a channel marker, number 17, that I took on a sailing trip on the Neuse River. And I really like these birds that are just kind of hanging out here. So I've gone ahead and drawn it on the paper, and I'm going to mask the outlines and probably the whole birds because they're kind of small. And then I'll put in probably a little bit wilder background than the very subdued landscape scene we're seeing here. Now that the masking fluid is dry, I'm going to add in the background. And I picked some colors that are kind of similar to the colors in here. We have denim, pool, pistachio, and sailboat. And I'm going to just kind of drop them in and make a randomish background. But I do want to be mindful that I want the lighter colors up near the bird so that everything shows up. I'll start with the denim down in the lower area here. And it looks like we're getting a little bit dark, so I'm going to add some alcohol. And I think I'll pull off a little bit of this ink. Our paper towel's making some nice little patterns. And I'll let that finish drying. Now that the ink is dry, I'm going to pull off the masking fluid. I'm going to start filling in our channel marker with some markers. This is kind of a grayish, darkish brown. I think it'll be the fastest way of adding a little bit of color in. This is a little darker than we need, but I'll be lifting it back out. I'm also going to leave some of this other color in here so that it pops through when I use the cotton swab to lift. Again, leaving some of that color in. I'll use this marker for the base of the birds too. This is a pale gray. I need to borrow some of that darker color. I'm going to tap in just a little bit more of this darker color so that when I blend I can pull it to do some shading. This is the cotton swab and alcohol to blend. I'm trying to get a little more texture here. Just going to do some lifting in the birds. bottled ink for the majority of this sign, but I'm going to put in a little bit of this dark green so that when I add the pistachio, we'll have some variation of color. This is pistachio. I'm also adding pistachio up on the top to the light. And we need to tap in a little bit more color for this base here. At this point, since we have kind of a foggy scene going on, I'm going to want to bring some of this fog over the sign. So I'm going to start by just splattering with some plain alcohol and see if that gives the impression. Otherwise, I'll add some of these colors back over it as well. So this is the 1-inch chip brush and a little bit of alcohol. And I think I'll just stop with just 2 splashes right now. This is the sepia pen. And I'm going to just do a little bit of tightening up. To unite the background with the foreground a little bit, I've got some denim, and I'm going to add some of these new darks with some of these colors from the background. So this is denim. And I'm putting the pool kind of right next to the denim here. Add a little bit of that in. And I'm going to be brave and paint my numbers in with this color. This is that pool denim combination. Doing a little bit more softening with this cotton swab. Not all that excited about some of the lines I put in. a little bit of pistachio. And some manual splattering on this. I'm going to put in a little bit more of the wood grain in and among the splashes. And a little bit of lifting. I'd like to add a little bit more splattering toward the bottom here. This is more alcohol. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of darker values. Even though we're in the fog, I think that it might help our piece to just have some areas that are slightly darker. So this is kind of a dark gray marker. And I'm working around some of the splatters. This is the brush and alcohol to just blend a little bit. And this is the Micron pen. These guys deserve little beaks. This is kind of a turquoise pen. Just going to pump up that color a little bit. And I'll put a few dots of it in this sign. Just a little smoothing here. And hopefully we can call this good.